Welcome back to Florida Powerboat Club's YouTube channel. This is Stu Jones from the FPC studios here in Pompano Beach, Florida, and bringing to all of our viewers an entirely new series of episodes as we return to the 2020 Poker Run calendar and launch the annual Emerald Coast Powerboat Week from Destin and Fort Walton Beach in the Florida Panhandle. We were happy to be finally back on the water with Florida Powerboat Club members, and not a moment too soon, as we had just endured a 172-day break from poker runs due to the COVID-19 hotel and restaurant closures throughout Florida, and this Emerald Coast Powerboat Week made it just under the wire with no formal date changes to our mid-August event. Once again, our event was headquartered at the luxurious Emerald Grand Resort in Destin, Florida. Florida Powerboat Club's 2020 series sponsors include Deep Impact Custom Boats and their associated brand, Blackwater Boats, Nortec High Performance Boats, Midnight Express Powerboats, Myco Trailers, Performance Boat Center, Mystic Powerboats, Superior Communications, and Mercury Racing Wide Open. In addition to our 2020 series sponsors, we were joined by these feature sponsors as seen here on our Emerald Coast Powerboat Week official banner, including Allocomp Insurance, Bent Marine, Emerald Grand and Harbor Walk Village, along with Glasstream Powerboats. So let's begin with a little recap of our 2020 Emerald Coast Powerboat Week festivities, as we were forced to adapt the very established event format to accommodate CDC and social distancing guidelines. So while the boating aspects of this 4-day format really didn't get affected much, we were able to launch a Thursday fun run, then followed that up with a Friday fun run to Juana's in Navarre. And on Saturday, we had the same great course from Sandestin to Pensacola. Then again on Sunday, we still had time to book the helicopter to pick up a few remaining teams that may have got missed by the chopper on the earlier days. However, due to the COVID concerns, what we didn't see for this 2020 Powerboat Week agenda was the evening entertainment agenda, which, if you recall, was last year a Wednesday Trucks and Boats Parade, followed by the Miss Powerboat Week contest that took place at Margaritaville at Harbor Walk Village. Then again on Friday night, we had that big AJ's Captain's Party, but sadly, none of our venue partners were able to confirm any of these functions for 2020, so we had to just cut everybody loose every evening so they could go out and have fun with their powerboating friends. But that did not dampen the spirits of our passionate weekend warriors, as you were all about to discover on these next few episodes. And there's a reason we call it Powerboat Week, and that's because it starts on Wednesday and goes right through Sunday. And the very first day, Wednesday, a lot of teams are getting into town early as we arrive here at Marler Park Boat Ramp. And this is really a great facility that we use every year. And of course, our trailer parking, the convention center parking lot, is about 200 feet away just down that driveway. So you really have the ideal combination of both the boat ramp and boat parking. And the facilities that we have here, in addition, include security overnight. We have our own security that comes in, and we also have water spigots and lighting and everything that you kind of need to get your boat cleaned up for the run or flushed after the run. Of course, there's no cleaning up of these boats, as you can see here. Team Dirty Money arriving from Pompano Beach with Jason Ventura and Brand X. They've got full covers, so no cleaning of these boats. But the weather's been great, as we now see this Team Sweetwater Landing roll in, that brand new 40-foot C4000 Mystic Cat. And these early arrivals are able to get themselves situated into a great spot, and this will be their spot now for the rest of the weekend. And remember that this facility is locked up every night, and we paid a lot of money to the convention center to rent it every year, but it really doesn't get much better than this. And I'm very pleased to introduce our new parking lot manager for this event. That's Joe Ballestieri. We brought him all the way from Pompano Beach. In fact, he used my F-350 and towed my cigarette all the way up for me. Here's Joe at it, just making sure everyone gets situated just perfectly. And for any of you who have followed us on these poker runs, he drives that 33-foot Everglades. That's a safety management boat for the all of the poker runs down to the Florida Keys. So Joe is getting very active with the club and providing for us really a much-needed service by greeting all of our teams as they roll into town and getting the lot set up just perfectly. For those of you who are watching and trying to get acclimated to where exactly is this location, well, it's in Fort Walton Beach. And remember that most of us are going to be staying in Destin at the Emerald Grand Resort. It's about 5 miles away, but just down one stretch of highway called Highway 98, which is only about a 10-minute drive every day. So it's extremely convenient. And you can drop your trailer here with the peace of mind knowing that it's going to be safe and the gates are locked up every night, and that you can drive your vehicle back and forth. And at Emerald Grand, as we may see later, they've even reserved a giant truck parking lot. So if you have a big rig, a big F350 or an F650 or a Freightliner sport chassis, there's plenty of parking at Emerald Grand for those rigs. For those of you who are wondering who gets access to the lot, well, this is an add-on. In addition to your poker run fee, everyone can register for a parking spot here for $150, and that covers you for the entire time, which is Wednesday through Sunday, actually through Monday morning. So that's not a bad deal considering how great this parking venue works out. And look, you can see the boat ramp off in the distance there, just to give you an idea of just how convenient this location is for everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very first segment to showcase our staging facilities here that most people are now allowed to arrive as early as Wednesday for the weekend event. And this next segment is brought to you by Michael Trailers. Pull it in style on a Michael trailer. I'm very happy with my triple axle aluminum Michael. A lot of custom features, and we rolled that boat up to the Emerald Coast there, 650 miles each way, just effortlessly. And the same goes when we're here at the boat ramp in tight quarters. This Michael trailer has been a dream, and it's just made my boating lifestyle so much easier. All kinds of help here with Joe here guiding us in, and Ryan Kristen and his camera expertise capturing all these cool angles as we launch here at the Marler Park boat ramp. We got lucky with the calm conditions, but there's usually a lot of wakes because that's a speed zone in the back. I do recommend everybody have your fenders out and ready so that if you do brush up alongside the dock, you don't bang up your boat at all. So it's just a few minute ride, really just an idle speed ride over to Brooks Bridge Marina, which is literally located right beside the Brooks Bridge, so it's easy to find. And it's been a great relationship we've had with them over the years. They allow us to bring at least 15 to 20 boats in, and I really like the location because they also have fuel right there. All of the docks are floating docks, so you don't have to deal with the tide. There's a little bit of a current there from time to time, but the guys are always there to help. They do have a forklift, and they can lift up boats to about the size of my cigarette. They've lifted me out on a number of occasions. In fact, I think they pulled me out and cleaned up the bottom. I had a few little rust marks on the white hull, and they cleaned the boat up and detailed it for me for the run. So thanks to the guys here at Brooks Bridge Marina, always here to help us, and they've been a great team supporting this event for as long as I can remember. Thursday morning, as more teams roll into town, and we're going to spend a little more time here at the Marler Park boat ramp and our convention center parking facility because we've got a lot more teams rolling into town. And this is a part of the poker run that we don't normally show, and I think it's great to get more coverage of this because it really gives you guys an idea, if you're thinking about doing this event, of just what you're going to go through, what the paces you're going to have to go through to get your boat in the water. Some pretty fancy driving here by Jason Ventura from Team Brand X as he launches this big SL44 Outer Limits. Greg Del Monte from New Jersey decided to join us, so he's coming a long way from home to be here at the Emerald Coast in that beautiful red SL44 powered by Mercury Racing 700s. He's done a lot of events with the club down in the Keys, but he's never done anything up here in the Panhandle. And I'm just happy that an event like this can attract somebody from so far away, because that's really what we're all about here at the Florida Powerboat Club, is to give people new experiences to come and enjoy their boats and try something a little different. Back here in the Emerald Coast, together with members of the Florida Powerboat Club, now on board with the Jones family on the now world-famous Project 1080 cigarette. But yeah, just a beautiful day here on a Thursday, getting things ramped up for our first fun run. Going to go for lunch up in Niceville. Two choices today. We're going to be joining our friends at the Wharf 850, and some of us are going to go by Locals Eatery at Emerald Coast Marina. So either way, you got your choice, or if you just want to come out and ride around, it's a good way to shake the boat down and get acclimated for the big run. Tomorrow, another fun run to Navarre and a big poker run on Saturday. Hanging out with the Jones family here in Choctawhatchee Bay, easy for you to say, right? On the Emerald Coast Powerboat Poker Run 2020. Well, so far it's been a great day for a ride, and if you're wondering, well, where's all the other boats? We're kind of on a side mission right now as we stop off here at the residence of Jack Wilson, and you can see that big 70 Maritimo yacht. Jack and his crew are going to be our checkpoint boat on the Sandestin checkpoint for Saturday for the poker run. So nice to have Jack and his crew back with us. We just dropped off all his poker cards and that magic pole. Then we're going to do the exact same thing here at Two Georges Marina in Shalimar for their third year in a row. Two Georges is going to be a sponsor and a checkpoint on the run. So we're just dropping off the poker cards and that magic poker pole and a few little goodies. Thanks to George and his staff for supporting us once again. What a great facility. They have done so much work here since they took it over to upgrade all of the docks. They provide dry storage here, fuel, bait, and covered slips, as you can see off to the left there. So a very unique little marina in this very protected bayou. I think it's a fantastic home port, whether you've got an 18-foot fishing boat or a 45 or 50-foot cruiser. After a few stops, we were able to complete the task of delivering all of our poker cards to the checkpoint sponsors. And now it's about midday and time to catch up with the rest of the poker run teams that many of them have already headed off for the lunch stop, but we're kind of wondering if we're even going to get to the lunch stop. We're looking at the weather and wondering how we're going to get anywhere near Niceville as we see these thick clouds begin to form on the north side of the bay. It's about exactly where we're headed. Well, that pretty much settled it. We're not going to Niceville because where those clouds are, that's where Niceville is. We decided to turn and head westbound on the ICW. We didn't have to go very far because we found the Foo Bar was open. There was a few empty spots, and a few of our other club members have already arrived here. We were joined by Stephen and Casey and Team Toots, and it looks like Team Naughty Habit, the statement, have already arrived and settled in. Well, we had a nice lunch stop over at Foo Bar, which, for those of you who remember, used to be called Hellenbach, but we really enjoyed the atmosphere and the food there. And only about a 5-minute ride back here to Brooks Bridge Marina. We can see that some of the other boats have already settled in. Our mission now is to squirt some fuel, so we're all set for Friday when we get out and do that fun run going westbound. And I have to admit that it's nice having the boys along joining us in the boat because I get a lot of help from Tyler and Max. And of course, the bonus for them is that I'm letting them drive the boat a lot more these days. I think they appreciate that, and it's helping them to learn how to handle performance boat. They do have their own Boston Whaler that they're very good at, but nice to see them getting in a bigger boat and learning how to drive this 38-foot cigarette Top Gun. You notice that we've got that bimini top up now. Well, that was, of course, to avoid the rain, but the weather's looking pretty good for the rest of the weekend. It's quite likely we'll leave that bimini up just to stay out of that hot sun because the weather report tells us we're going to have plenty of that on Friday and on Saturday. And that last important task of the day, guys, we all need to do it, and that's to get your Florida Powerboat Club Poker Run decal mounted on the deck of the boat so you can be identified by the helicopter when they get out and fly over top you the next day. And speaking of sunny conditions, I hear it's already cleared up back in Destin, so let's head back to the Emerald Grand and find out what's going on right here in Destin Harbor. Well, it turns out there's plenty going on over here as we climb on board with John and Connie family in this 34 Sensation CCX triple Mercury 400Rs. And little were they aware, but we were just about to use their beautiful Sensation as a platform for a photo shoot, and they were more than happy to appease us on that. So we had the lovely Mallory, one of our FPC girls who's a part of the Miss Powerboat Week contest. We did things a lot differently this year, and special thanks to our photographer Jim Stewart. The format this year was instead of doing the Thursday night Miss Powerboat Week contest at Margaritaville, they didn't really want to have the crowds or the big party. So instead, we did these separate photo shoots. And Jim was very flexible with his schedule, as were all of these lovely ladies. And we did photo shoots with the girls down on the boats, most of them located right here at Harbor Walk Village. We did that on Thursday and on Friday, photographing each of our FPC girls who were all contestants one by one. And we were able to accumulate a number of photos, which were then used to put up on the big screen for the Saturday night party. And we allowed all of our participants to be the judges rather than having a panel of judges, and that way everyone got a chance to take part in this Miss Powerboat Week contest. And it's the first time we did it that way, and I think it worked out just fantastic. Now, the other great thing is that all of these lovely ladies are also our checkpoint girls for all of the checkpoints on Saturday. So it was a very flexible format that allowed a lot of different ladies to come down and be a part of the events during the daytime. And it was really only one evening event that brought them all together, and that was the Saturday night party. And of course, what did they do there? Well, they were all of our dealers that helped you guys to deal and play all of your hands out at the Saturday night party. So it really worked out well, a completely new format. And what a lovely bunch of ladies that we had. I want to thank our good friend Amber Conton from Elite Events, who arranged for all of these lovely ladies to be a part of our Emerald Coast Powerboat Week format, and I just think it worked out fantastic. Well, special thanks to John and Connie for letting us use that cool Sensation as a photo platform. Still lots of sunshine and a lot of daylight left in the day today. I know that the girls are anxious to get out boating, but as an FPC girl, duty calls, and I know that Miss Jackie is waiting for you ladies to get back into the check-in room in the Emerald Grand and help her check in the rest of our teams. Meanwhile, let's just hang out on the docks here at Harbor Walk Village and enjoy this fantastic powerboat parade as the teams come and go through Destin Harbor. There's only one better place to be watching this, and that's from your balcony high up in the Emerald Grand, looking down on Destin Harbor, Noriego Point, and those beautiful East Pass views. And remember, it's only Thursday, guys. We still have 3 more days of boating fun here in the Emerald Coast, with yet a Friday fun run to Juana's coming, followed by a Saturday poker run, and who knows what's going to happen on Sunday. Let's just play it by ear. A beautiful Friday morning as more teams roll into town. We're now catching up with Team Glasstream, this 36 Glasstream center console powered by triple Mercury 400Rs, getting ready to go in the water here at Marlar Park Boat Ramp. And I just can't get enough of this ramp. It's such a great setup, and with the truck and trailer parking just about 300 feet away, it doesn't get any easier than this. But the closer you get to the weekend, the more likely you're going to experience a very crowded ramp here at Marlar Park. Can you say pontoon boats? And it's time for Team Nortec to go into the water. This is Jim Bradley's boat all the way from Texas, a Nortec 390 Sport, rigged with quad Mercury Verado 350s. And once again, a nice shout out to Ryan Kristen and his crew, getting very creative with these underwater GoPro cameras. Going to see some unique angles from this crew. And to punctuate that point just a little further, this is a super wide angle shot with a GoPro 8 from the helicopter as we get ready to catch up with our poker run teams as they now prepare to head westbound for the Friday lunch fun run to Juanas. And it's that time now, guys. We're going to chase down our poker run team, starting off with this big Fountain 38. Kyle Fowler, in fact, it's a family affair. He's got mom and dad on board, Mike and Lisa Fowler, in this brand new 38-foot Fountain center console, triple Mercury 400Rs, called Team Assault Weapon. And the reason for that name, it's connected with Kyle. He's a federally licensed firearms dealer. And I do want to congratulate the Fowlers. This is a big change for their boating lifestyle. They've gone from a 35-foot Fountain Lightning to this 38 center console. Clearly a much different boat with reliable outboard power. And I think it means to me that they plan on doing a lot more poker runs. The Fowlers live in Georgia, but they keep the boat in a marina in Panama City Beach. They put her in the water and traveled 50 miles on her own bottom just to join us for this weekend. And from where I'm sitting, it looks like we're catching up with Team Naughty Habit, and very much like the team that we just saw, they too came out of a 35-foot Fountain, which they used for years on this Emerald Coast event. But last fall, they upgraded to this 38-foot Statement center console, triple Mercury Racing 400Rs, and it really seemed to be the ideal choice for them because it really enhanced their boating lifestyle, because they've got a lot of friends, and the girls just love to have fun, don't they? The Youngs are from Alabama, not far away, and it's been just a year now since we saw them here on this Emerald Coast event in their 35-foot Fountain. So you've got to stop to think, you can have fun with about 4 or 5 people in that performance V-bottom, but now all of a sudden you're going to have 10, 11, 12 people on the Statement. And with more people on board, that means more fun, more spirited ladies. So thank you for the entertainment from Team Naughty Habit. And now it's time for a big shout out to one of our annual sponsors who joins us on this event year after year, Cruz Rutherford, owner of Glasstream Powerboats based in Dothan, Alabama, in this 36-foot Glasstream center console, triple Mercury 400Rs. This is the 360 LS model. It's a great poker run boat, and the last time I checked, a great entry-level price. If you want to get into poker runs, this boat will not break the bank. You don't have to take out a second mortgage on your home to come and enjoy poker runs. In addition to a lot of custom features, this boat is very, very fast, and if you don't believe me, just watch all the stuff start flying out of the boat right about now. And I think this is a lesson to be learned for this captain. Remember, this Glasstream has plenty of storage compartments. I think it's time to start using them, because the last time I checked, flip-flops and fenders are expensive. I just love this cool angle with this GoPro camera mounted to the tail section of the R-44 helicopter, giving us some very unique angles as we now drop in on what looks to be Craig and Paula Ackerman in their 34-foot MTI. Yes, indeed it is. And another coming out party. They had one last year when they took delivery of this boat right here on this Emerald Coast Powerboat Week event. The boat was brand new but delivered with Mercury Racing 400Rs. Here we are, fast forward 1 year later, and they've got a set of Mercury Racing 450Rs. Not a bad upgrade, and quite conveniently, it was at the same time of their 20-year wedding anniversary, and Paula wants to remind Craig, happy anniversary, dear. I picked up their video bio. They had some cool things to say. What their favorite thing about powerboating is spending time with family and friends. We've met so many great people and developed great friendships along the way. This has become a very popular model, this 340X, and I think theirs is my favorite one so far. And we're holding on to some fantastic boating conditions today here as we head westbound on the intracoastal waterways. Catching up now with Roy and Amanda Jorgensen. They came all the way from Indiana with this big 50-foot Hustler, Carpe Diem. And we just saw that idle speed zone, which was near the Brooks Bridge. Now continuing westbound on the intracoastal. We're now just getting out of the Fort Walton Beach area where we can pick up the speeds again. And now we're catching up to Chris Domino from Texas with this 30-foot Dugwright cat. He's got some brand new Mercury 300Rs on there. I don't see these motors very often. What a great setup, though. Doug Wright, of course, being the builder of many racing catamarans that we see on race circuits all over the country. And what an amazing contrast between this very cool 30-foot speedboat and that big 500-foot long tugboat barge. That's something that you can get used to here on this Emerald Coast Powerboat Week event. A lot of commercial traffic making its way up and down the Intracoastal Waterway, but otherwise today it's fairly quiet out here. Saturday, well, that'll be a different story. Just love the roar of those Mercury Racing 540s as we catch up with Terrell and Clara Clark all the way from Texas. They purchased this boat from another club member, a 36-foot Sensation, and they are getting some sun today and enjoying this Emerald Coast Powerboat Week Friday, living by that Mercury Racing theme, wide open. And here's a team that joins us every year, Frank and Molly Tubbs, all the way from Alabama, and they are joined almost every year by Todd and Alex Alexander, who are riding on board today. They told us in their video bio that they only really use the fountain a couple of times a year, and this Emerald Coast Powerboat Week, of course, is one of those times. They look forward to running Dewanas on the Friday run, and they said they really like the course on Saturday because it gives them a lot of open bay waters. I've got to say, for a 1999 38-foot fountain, their boat is in great shape, powered by Mercury 500 EFIs. Let's listen in. And we saw a little bit of this team just earlier in the show, John and Connie Fahmy from Georgia with this 34-foot Sensation CCX model with triple 400Rs. Interesting story. Apparently, they drove the boat all the way from Destin to Panama City Beach on Thursday, a 120-mile round trip. Well, gang, we are reaching the 30-minute mark, and you know what that means. Time to wrap up this first episode with featured coverage of our Emerald Coast Powerboat Week. I think we covered a lot of ground here in this first show, but the good news is we've got at least 4 or 5 new episodes to come, so stay tuned. Try to catch up with us on the next show. Remember, the best way to do that is to subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell so that when the new episodes are released, you're going to get notified so you don't miss a single minute of powerboating in paradise with the Florida Powerboat Club. Remember, if you're interested in club membership or upcoming events, you can find us on the website at flpowerboat.com. We're also on social media, including Facebook, Florida Powerboat Club, and on these Instagram channels as well as Twitter. I'm very happy to report that we are back on the water with a regular event series, but we are still very much in the heat of this COVID crisis and changing event formats so that we can accommodate CDC guidelines and social distancing needs. We invite any comments from any of our viewers. The best way to do that is to go straight to my email, stu@flpowerboat.com, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have. So it's time to say farewell from our Pompano Beach studios. This is Stu Jones along with our producer Ryan McCoy. Hope you guys keep safe out there. If you're going to go boating, remember to wear those life jackets when the time is right, and always please be respectful to your fellow boater.